Welcome to my Colombia stories. This one stings. Tonight I'm reading you a letter from Connor, 31 years old, crypto trader from San Diego. This guy turned $20,000 into $200,000 during the bull run. Smart, strategic. Knew how to read charts. He came to Medellin to enjoy his gains. Live cheap. Network with other digital nomads. Maybe start a business. What Connor didn't know was that the woman with the perfect business plan, the property tour, and the PowerPoint presentation was about to turn his $60,000 in Bitcoin into absolutely nothing. Buckle up. Let's get into it. I landed in Medellin in March, peak digital nomad season. The city was packed with remote workers, crypto bros, and startup guys. Rented an apartment in Poblado. 2-bedroom, rooftop terrace. Walking distance to Parque Lleras. $1,500 a month. Cheap compared to San Diego. I'd made good money in crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, some altcoins that actually paid off. Cashed out in December at the peak. 200 grand. After taxes, I had about 60,000 in Bitcoin still sitting in my wallet. I wasn't looking to blow it. I wanted to invest it. Build something real. Real estate seemed obvious. Every expat I met was talking about buying apartments, flipping them, renting them on Airbnb. But I didn't want real estate. Too traditional. Too slow. I wanted a business, something I could scale, something with cash flow. That's when I met Valerie. There's a co-working space in Poblado. Selena, popular with digital nomads. Good Wi-Fi, decent coffee, networking events every week. I started going there in my second week, working on my laptop, taking calls, watching crypto charts. Valerie was always there. Same spot. Corner table. Always working on something. Laptop, notebook, phone calls in Spanish. She was older than most of the digital nomads. Late 20s, professional energy. Not a backpacker, not a party girl. I noticed her. Of course I did. But I didn't approach. I was focused. She approached me. Thursday afternoon. I was on a call with a buddy back in San Diego, talking about potential investments, where to park money, what made sense. When I hung up, she was standing next to my table. Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. You're looking for investment opportunities? Yeah, maybe. Why? I'm working on something. Might interest you. She sat down. Didn't ask, just sat. Valerie, she said. Connor. American? San Diego, you? Here, Medellin. I've lived here my whole life. Her English was perfect. Better than perfect. No accent. Where'd you learn English? My dad's American. From Boston. Met my mum here in the 90s. I grew up bilingual. That detail mattered. American dad. Bilingual. She wasn't just some random Colombian woman. She had connections. Context. What are you working on? I asked. Hospitality. I'm opening a hostel. I'd heard this pitch before. Every expat in Medellin had a hostel idea. Most of them never happened. There's 1 million hostels here already. Not like this one. I'm targeting digital nomads, long-term stays, co-working space, fast Wi-Fi, community events, monthly rates instead of nightly. That was different. Most hostels catered to backpackers, 2-night stays, party vibes. This sounded more professional. Show me. She pulled out her laptop, opened a presentation, full business plan, market research, competitor analysis, revenue projections. She'd done the work. This wasn't some half-baked idea. This was legitimate. Where's the property? I asked. Lorella's. I have a building scouted. 8 bedrooms. Common areas. Rooftop terrace. Owners willing to do a long-term lease. How much to get started? Total startup cost is about 40 million pesos. That's roughly $10,000. Renovations, furniture, permits, marketing. 10 grand seemed low. What do you need from investors? I'm raising 20 million. About $5,000. I'm putting in 20 million myself. I want a partner, not just money. A partner? That word hit different. What's the return? I'm projecting 30% occupancy in month 1, 50% by month 3, break even by month 6. After that, profit split based on investment percentage. She showed me the numbers, monthly revenue projections, operating costs, net profit. It looked good. Really good. Why me? I asked. You're crypto. You understand risk. You understand timing. This market won't last forever. Digital nomads are flooding Medellin right now. In 2 years, who knows? We need to move fast. She was right. The digital nomad boom was real. But it wouldn't last. Let me think about it. Take your time, but not too much time. I'm meeting with other investors this week. She closed her laptop, stood up. My number's on the last slide. Text me if you want to see the property. She left. I sat there, looking at her presentation on my screen. Everything looked legitimate, professional, thought out. And she wasn't desperate, wasn't pushing, just presenting an opportunity. I liked that. I texted her that night. When can I see the property? Tomorrow, 2 p.m. I'll send you the address. We met in Laureles, residential neighbourhood. Quieter than Poblado, less touristy. The building was on a side street, 3 stories. Colonial style, painted yellow, balconies on each floor. Valeri was waiting outside, holding keys. The owner's not here, but he gave me access to show potential partners. We walked in. Ground floor had a large common area, kitchen space, bathroom, back patio with plants. Second floor had 4 bedrooms, small but clean, good natural light. Third floor had 4 more bedrooms and access to the rooftop. The rooftop was the selling point. Huge. City views, space for tables, hammocks. Could fit 30 people easy. Imagine co-working up here, Valeri said. Digital nomads working during the day, social events at night. I could see it. Could see exactly what she was describing. What's the lease term? 5 years, 3 million pesos a month, about $750. That was cheap. Insanely cheap for this much space. Why so low? The owner lives in Bogotá, doesn't want to deal with short-term renters, wants someone reliable, long-term. I've been negotiating with him for 2 months. We walked back downstairs, sat in the common area. What happens next? I asked. I sign the lease next week, start renovations immediately. Goal is to open in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Renovations are simple, paint, furniture, Wi-Fi installation. I have contractors ready. I just need capital. How much have you raised so far? She hesitated. Just for a second. About half, 10 million pesos. I need 10 more to hit my target. Who else is investing? 2 guys from the co-working space. Both put in 5 million each. I didn't know if that was true. Didn't think to verify. If I invest, what's my stake? Depends on how much you put in. 5 million pesos gets you 25% of profits after costs. I did the math. 5 million pesos was about $1,250. That seemed too small, too easy. What if I wanted a bigger stake? How much are you thinking? 20 million, about $5,000. That's half your target. She smiled. That would make you a 50% partner. Equal ownership, equal decisions, equal profits. 50%. Partner, not just investor. I'm interested, but I need to see paperwork, lease agreement, contractor quotes, permits. Of course, I'll send everything tonight. We shook hands. She walked me out. Standing on the street, looking at the building, I felt good. This was real. This was happening. I was about to become a hostel owner in Medellin. What I didn't know was that Valeri didn't have keys to that building. She'd picked the lock that morning. And the owner. He had no idea we'd just been inside. That night, Valeri sent me everything. Lease agreement. 5 years. 3 million pesos a month. Signed by her and someone named Carlos Mendoza, property owner. Contractor quotes. Paint job, 2 million pesos. Furniture, 6 million. Wi-Fi installation, 1 million. Permits and licenses, 3 million. Total, 12 million pesos, about $3,000. Everything looked official. Letterhead, signatures, dates. I read through it all. Twice. Looked legitimate. But something felt off, not wrong. Just too easy. I called my buddy Marcus, another crypto guy, living in Bali, smart with money. I'm thinking about investing in a hostel. In Colombia. Medellin, digital nomad focused. The numbers look good. Who's running it? Local woman. Valeri, she's got a full business plan. Property scouted. Everything lined up. He was quiet for a second. How much? 5,000 to start, 50% stake. Connor, you don't know this woman. You don't know Colombian business law. You don't speak Spanish. How are you going to verify any of this is real? She sent me documents. Lease agreement. Contractor quotes. Documents can be faked. Did you meet the property owner? No, he's in Bogotá. Did you verify the property is actually for lease? I didn't think about it. I saw the building, it's real. That doesn't mean she has rights to it. Look, I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying be careful. Get a lawyer. Verify everything. Don't just hand over $5,000 because someone showed you a PowerPoint. He was right. I knew he was right. But I didn't want him to be right. I wanted this to be real. Wanted to be the guy who got in early on something good. I met Valerie at the co-working space the next day. I want to move forward, but I need to verify a few things first. She didn't flinch. Of course, what do you need? I want to talk to the property owner, Carlos. He doesn't speak English, but I can set up a call. I'll translate. I want to see the original lease, not a copy. It's at the notary office. I can take you there. And I want to meet the other investors, the two guys who already put money in. She paused, just for a second. They're travelling right now. One's in Cartagena. One went back to Europe. But I can connect you on WhatsApp. Every answer was smooth. Every answer made sense. But they were still just answers. Okay, set up the call with Carlos. Let me know when. I'll do it today. The call happened that night. Valerie, me, and allegedly Carlos on speakerphone. Male voice. Older. Speaking Spanish. Valerie translated. He says he's happy to have serious tenants. He's tired of short-term renters who don't take care of the property. I ask questions. How long has he owned the building? Why is he leasing instead of selling? What's his vision for the space? Valerie translated everything. His answers back. It felt real, but I couldn't shake the feeling I was being managed. After 10 minutes, Carlos said he had to go. Work call. He likes you, Valerie said after we hung up. He thinks you're serious. I am serious, but I'm also careful. Good. You should be. 2 days later, I transferred $5,000. Not Bitcoin. She wanted pesos, said contractors don't take crypto. I converted through an exchange, sent it to her Colombian bank account. Received, she texted. We're officially partners. Partners. That word felt good. She sent me a photo that afternoon. Her at the building, holding a paint sample. Caption, choosing colours. Next day, another photo, furniture catalogue. What do you think, modern or rustic? She was involving me, making me feel like part of the process. I loved it. Week 1 of renovations, she sent daily updates, photos of painters, close-ups of freshly painted walls. The colour was bright white, clean. Looks great, I texted. Wait until you see it finished. Week 2, furniture arrived. Photos of beds being assembled, desks, chairs. When's the Wi-Fi getting installed? Next week, company's backed up, but it's scheduled. Week 3, she said the permits were delayed. City bureaucracy, they're asking for additional documentation. What kind of documentation? Building safety inspection. Fire code compliance, it's normal. Just takes time. How much time? Maybe 2 weeks? 2 weeks, not ideal, but not crazy. What about the opening date? We're pushing it back. End of May instead of mid-May. Still manageable. Week 4. She called me, sounded stressed. We have a problem. My stomach dropped. What problem? The contractor. He's asking for more money. Says the quote was for basic renovations, but the building needs more work than he thought. How much more? 5 million pesos, about $1,250. That wasn't in the original quote. I know, but if we don't pay it, he walks, and finding another contractor will delay us 2 more months. I thought about it. $1,250 wasn't huge, and delays would cost more. Okay, but this is the last surprise, right? I promise. I sent another $1,250. Week 5. Wi-Fi installation happened. She sent photos, routers mounted on walls, cables running through the building. Looks professional. It is. Top-tier equipment. This place will have the fastest internet in Laureles. Week 6. She said the permits finally came through. We're approved. We can officially open. When? June 1st, grand opening. That was 2 weeks away. I started telling people. Friends from the co-working space. Other crypto guys. My buddy Marcus. It's happening. I'm opening a hostel. Marcus was skeptical. Have you been to the building since renovation started? No, Valerie's been handling everything. She sends photos every day. Connor, go see it in person before you tell everyone it's real. I texted Valerie. Want to stop by tomorrow? Check out the progress. She replied an hour later. Contractors are doing final touches. It's a mess right now. Let's wait until it's presentable. Maybe 3 days? Made sense. I didn't want to see it half finished. Okay, Friday. Perfect. Friday came. She texted that morning. Something came up. Can we do Monday instead? What came up? Contractor issue. Miscommunication on the bathroom fixtures. Fixing it now. How much is that going to cost? I'm covering it. Don't worry. Monday, same thing, another delay. City inspector showed up unannounced. Needs to see additional paperwork. I'm handling it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day, a new reason I couldn't visit. By Friday, I stopped asking. June 1st, grand opening day. I woke up excited. Today was the day. Texted Valerie. What time should I come by? No response. Waited an hour. Texted again. Valerie. Nothing. Called her. Straight to voicemail. Tried again. Same thing. I got dressed. Walked to Lorelis to the building. Got there around noon. The building looked the same. Exactly the same as the day I first saw it. No paint. No furniture visible through the windows. No sign. Nothing. I knocked on the door. No answer. Tried the handle. Locked. Walked around to the back. Looked through windows. Empty. Completely empty. No beds. No desks. No Wi-Fi routers. No nothing. I stood there, staring, pulled out my phone. Looked at the photos she'd sent. Painted walls. Furniture. Equipment. Where was it? Where was any of it? I called her again. Voicemail. Texted. Where are you? The building is empty. No response. WhatsApp. Same thing. I went back to the front, asked a guy walking past. Do you know who owns this building? He shrugged. It's been empty for years. Owner lives in Bogota. Doesn't care about it. Has anyone been renovating it? Painters, contractors? Not that I've seen. I walked back to Poblado called Marcus. It's gone. All of it. $6,250. Just gone. Did you confront her? I can't find her. Phone's off. She's not at the co-working space. Connor, you got scammed. I knew. I already knew. But hearing him say it made it real. $6,000. For a hostel that never existed. And I'd been sending her progress photos, showing people, telling everyone I was opening a business. I was a walking advertisement for my own stupidity. I went back to my apartment, opened my laptop, started going through everything. The photos Valerie sent, the painted walls, the furniture, the Wi-Fi equipment. I took one of the photos, the bedroom with the white walls, a new bed, ran it through the reverse image search. Results came back immediately. Same photo, posted on Airbnb, different hostel, different city. Bogota, posted 2 years ago. I checked another photo, the one with the desks and chairs, same thing, stock photo from a furniture website. The Wi-Fi routers, photo from the installation company's Instagram, not from our building, from a different job, different client. Every single photo was fake, downloaded, stolen, sent to me like they were progress updates. I sat there, staring at the screen. She hadn't renovated anything, hadn't hired anyone, hadn't spent $1. She'd just taken my money and sent me fake photos for 6 weeks. I went to the co-working space, asked the staff about Valerie, the woman who's always at the corner table, working on her laptop. The barista thought for a second. I've seen her, but she's not a regular. She comes in maybe once a week, buys a coffee, sits for a few hours, then leaves. She told me she's here every day. Not that I've seen. I asked other people, digital nomads who work there daily. Nobody knew her well. A few recognised her face, nobody knew her name. Nobody had ever talked to her about business. She wasn't part of the community. She was just watching it. Hunting. I started searching online. Facebook groups, expat forums, Reddit threads. Found a post from 4 months ago. Beware of a woman named Valerie in Medellin. She approached me at Selena co-working space with a hostel investment opportunity. Took $8,000. Never saw her again. Another post, 6 months ago. Got scammed by someone calling herself Valerie. American dad, grew up bilingual, professional PowerPoint about a hostel in Lorelis. Lost $5,000. Another post, 8 months ago. Woman named Valerie or Valentina, changes her name. Same hostel scam, different building each time. Lost $12,000. She'd done this before, multiple times, different amounts. Same setup. Find a crypto guy, someone with money, someone new to Medellin. Show them a business plan, show them a building, take their money, disappear. I wasn't special. I wasn't unlucky. I was just next in line. I checked my records, went through everything I'd sent her. First transfer, $5,000. 50% stake. Second transfer, $1,250. Contractor costs. But there was more. Before the main investment, she'd asked me to cover something small. City permit application fee, just $300. Needs to be paid before we can move forward. I'd sent it. Didn't even think about it. And after the second transfer, she'd asked for another small amount. Furniture deposit. The supplier needs $250 up front. Sent that too. Total, $6,800. Almost $7,000. Gone. And that was just cash. I'd also spent time, energy, told people, built excitement. The emotional investment was worse than the financial. I went to the police, same station as before, different officer, explained what happened, showed him the documents, the photos, the chat history. He listened, typed notes. This is a civil matter, not criminal. She lied, she took my money, that's fraud. You invested in a business, you sent money willingly. She didn't force you. That makes it a contract dispute, not fraud. The business doesn't exist. Do you have proof she never intended to open the hostel? Or just proof that it didn't open? I stared at him. She sent me fake photos, fake documents. The building was never renovated. That's a breach of contract. You'd need to sue her in civil court, but without knowing her real identity, you can't file a lawsuit. What do you mean real? Identity? Valerie might not be her real name. The bank account she used might be under a different name. The phone number might be a burner. Without verified identification, there's no one to sue. So I'm just out $7,000? You can file a report, but without her real information, we can't investigate. He filed the report, gave me a case number. Worth nothing. Just like before. I spent 2 more days trying to find her. Went back to the building in Laurel, knocked on neighbouring doors, asked if anyone had seen her. Nobody had. The building had been empty for months. No contractors, no activity. Nothing. I checked her bank account details from the transfer, tried to trace it. Dead end. The account was under a company name, registered in Bogota, but the registration address didn't exist. Her phone number, dead, out of service. Her WhatsApp, account deleted. The lease agreement she'd shown me. I took it to a real estate lawyer. He looked at it for 5 minutes. This is fake. The notary stamp is wrong. The signature doesn't match any Carlos Mendoza registered as a property owner in Medellin. How can you tell? I've been doing this for 20 years. This document was made on a computer, not filed with any government office. Everything was fake. Every single thing. I flew back to San Diego 2 weeks later. Couldn't stay in Medellin anymore. Every time I saw the co-working space, I felt sick. Took me 3 months to tell my friends what really happened. I've been posting about the hostel, building hype, then I just stopped. They asked questions. I made excuses. Finally told them the truth. Most were understanding. Some thought I was an idiot. They were right. Marcus called me after he found out. You should have listened to me. I know. You got greedy. Wanted the quick win. Wanted to be the guy who built something. I know. Lesson learned? Expensive lesson. He laughed. Not mean, just real. That's crypto mindset. High risk, high reward. But in the real world, high risk usually just means high loss. I still trade crypto, still make money, but I keep it digital now. Don't try to convert it into physical businesses with people I don't know. The 7,000 I lost took me 4 months to make back. One good trade, but it stung the whole time. The worst part wasn't losing the money. It was realizing how badly I wanted to believe her. She didn't pressure me, didn't beg, just showed me an opportunity and let me convince myself. That's the game. Make the mark think it's their idea. Make them feel smart. Make them feel like they're getting in on something special. I felt smart, right up until I realized I was stupid. If you're in Medellin, if you're into crypto, if someone approaches you with a business opportunity that seems perfect, stop. Verify everything. Don't trust documents. Don't trust photos. Don't trust calls with alleged property owners. Get a lawyer. Visit the property multiple times. Talk to neighbours. Check public records. And if someone says they have other investors but you can't meet them, if they say the owner's in another city, if progress photos come daily but you can't visit in person, walk away, because what looks like a golden opportunity is usually just gold paint over rust. I learned that the expensive way. Don't make the same mistake. Thanks for sharing that one, Connor. Tough lesson. Really tough. This is my Colombia stories. Catch you in the next one.